Projects in Newark, New Jersey, it's only 2-3 things you can do. Gangs, drugs, just doing off the wall stuff, right? He didn't want that for me. So he would tell me something, if I didn't obey, he would, and his thing was, like, before you get killed out there, I'm gonna kill you in here. Like, you gotta listen to what I'm saying. And like, once I started listening, man, doors started opening, dreams started coming true. Cause you know how we are as youngsters, get out of here with all that. So my kids, they grew up in different environments. We don't have to talk to them like that. Like my boys, all I gotta do is look, and they know I'm not playing. So they, instead of being daddy all the time, I'm homeboy with them. But when I gotta, get crazy, it takes 45 seconds. What'd I tell you? Look like I'm playing? So I don't have to do that with them. And they understand. And then I could explain. Like my father, drill sergeant dealing with troops, when he come home, it ain't no explaining. Get that happy dad off the counter right now. And I go do something else. Didn't I tell you, so, with our kids, we can explain. And I say, hey man, don't do that again. If you do it again, this is what's gonna happen. And my girls, if I even look at them crazy, like they're gonna break all the way down. Yeah. Like if I even look at them, like they just go, but it's different. Like I've never had to spank or touch my children up.
That's because you was there.
My dad was there too.
And you keep saying, Pop, we all know the story. You keep saying my dad. That wasn't your dad, your biological dad. Right?
Yeah, but I don't believe in that because he raised me. And it's crazy, like I'm doing a documentary and I tell the story. I didn't even know he wasn't my real dad till I was 11. Wow. Yeah, because my brothers and sisters' last name is Harrison, and mine is Shaquille O'Neal. So I asked my mom one day, I said, hey, why are they Harrison and I'm Shaquille O'Neal? And she's like, baby. And then she told me the story. And then she said, you want to meet your real dad? I was like, cool. So we go right back where I came from, the projects in Newark, New Jersey. I'm like, I'm cool. Like, nice to meet you, sir. I'm cool. I got a house, I got brothers and sisters. I'm cool where I am. Then when I turned 18, the other guy showed up. At first I was kind of upset with him, but after my dad passed away, my mother called me and she said, you need to go see your biological father. So we're starting to become closer, but I don't hold a grudge because my life went the way it was supposed to go. I live a really good life from a guy who's not even my biological father. He made me who I am today, so I have to respect that, I have to understand that, and I don't dwell on anything else.
Of course not, because to truly understand the situation, you would first have to hold your mama accountable for not telling you the truth about your father until you was 11 years old and until you realized that something wasn't right. Very similar to the situation with comedian D.L. Hughley and the late rapper Tupac. To really tell the true story, you won't just be making your father look bad, you'll be making your mother look bad. And they're trained to always protect mama no matter what. Shaquille was basically born in the projects of Newark, New Jersey. And before the 1986 I Don't Need a Man crew from Newark, New Jersey, you had the ones from the 70s. But a lot of those women in the 70s, they realized that they did need a man. So what they would do is immediately try to go find a man who would come in, be the stepfather to that first kid, give him some more kids, and have him raise all the kids. So that's how Shaq went 11 years, and he didn't even know that his stepfather wasn't his father. It was like don't ask, don't tell. If nobody ever acknowledged it, his mother wouldn't have said anything. But it was his mother who had a baby by a man that she wasn't proud of. She found a decent man, a military man, and then that man agreed to be the father of Shaq. In order to keep that man, his mother, she had to work too. She was making about $35,000 per year. He was making about $40,000 per year. His stepfather ran his household. He was in control of her and the kids. She was a submissive wife. Although she went to work, she still came home. She cleaned, she cooked, she did everything that she was supposed to do. And that's how she was able to get a stepfather and keep him. That was in the 1970s, but in the 2020s, I don't recommend that because most of you, you're not going to find a submissive baby mama. Most of you will find a disrespectful baby mama with disrespectful kids, and you won't be leading anybody. You'll be following her. Her and her kids will be leading you around. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Click that notification bell for all updates. We are supporters of the Pivot Podcast. So when this show aired, we saw it. And when Shaq made these comments right here, I was like, what is he talking about?
Do you have a favorite? of your children, or have you been accused of favoritism?
I like my girls a little bit better.
Why?
Because as a man, you have to protect, provide, and love for your woman.
Do you trust them more than you trust
Yes,
yourself?
I do. I trust them more because they're more sensitive, they're more caring, and they're thinkers. You know how boys are. Like my boys, you bring a something and right in front of them, they go, you know what I mean? They go, but so, and like I tell my boys, when y'all get 18, y'all gotta go. Girls can stay as long as they want.
I say the same
No,
exact
seriously.
thing.
Yeah, no,
But are you,
Same
ser-
exact
are you
thing.
serious when you say that?
yes, I do.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Y'all can stay as long as y'all want. Take your time, go to college, get your master's, get your doctorate, I'll pay for it. Take your time. I'm trying to teach them about all types of men.
I'm just wondering, you're not going to give your sons a helping hand too? You're not going to give them a jump start too? And yeah, I'm glad he's going to teach his daughters what kind of man not to deal with, but you should also be teaching your sons what kind of women to avoid. Where are they supposed to learn it from? The internet?
You know, and you know what to avoid. Like I tell them all the time, I said, don't mess with somebody that everybody want. Daddy, why? I said, because he got too many options. Got too many options, and depends on how he was raised. You know, he may take advantage of those options. And I always try to tell you, I say, you should get somebody that you like, somebody that you respect, and somebody that you can control.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
And I always try to tell you, I say, you should get somebody that you like, somebody that you respect, and somebody that you can control.
He's telling his daughters to go to college. He's paying for everything, funding their education. When they're out of college, they can live with him forever until they want to leave. Meanwhile, he's kicking the boys out at 18. He said the girls are compassionate and smarter than the boys, insinuating that his boys are not, or at least not at the same level of the girls. And his logic is not to raise the boys to get them to the level they need to be. His logic is to throw them out of the house. You know, Shaq is no different from the single mothers I talk about. He's raising his daughters to be strong and independent women. More than likely, if they end up pregnant, their relationships won't work, and then Shaq will be their husband. He's going to have to continue to provide for these strong and independent women that he created. By the way, it's funny that people like that, they think they're independent, but they're always depending on somebody. So not only will Shaq have to provide for those women, he's going to have to provide for his grandkids. That is what he's setting them up for. You know, I often talk about how toxic mothers sabotage their sons and daughters. But this mindset that Shaq is instilling in his daughters is going to sabotage their relationships. He's grooming them to be self-entitled women. There is no way a woman is going to respect a man that will allow you to boss them around and control them. One of the signs of a woman showing respect to a man is her submitting to his leadership and his authority. Well, if she's the boss of the relationship, then she's already dishonoring her man. Yeah, when I saw this one, I was like, Shaq is really setting up his girls to basically be his daughter wives, because the only man they will ever really respect is him. When you marry your daughter off, you're no longer the head man in her life. Her husband is. So that part is all backwards. And I really don't think the man that he praised in all his interviews, his stepfather, I don't think that he would agree with this. If he was alive today, I think his stepfather will tell Shaq he's out of order and that's not how you run a successful household like he and his mother did. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started below in the comments. Why is it that Shaq is so upset with his biological father, but not his mother who lied to him for 11 years? Shout out to Felix. I appreciate you, Felix, for your support, as well as our brother Dark Power. Want to see more content like this? You can support the channel too. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balance analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.
And I always try to tell you, I say, you should get somebody that you like, somebody that you respect, and somebody that you can control. And that's what you should be looking for. Like if you try to mess with a guy that everybody likes, it's gonna end up being crazy.
Right.
And then I was telling them, don't mess with nobody like your daddy, because your daddy used to be an animal like that.